We'll consider now one more cantilever beam. It is a UDL of 5 kN per meter is acting for a span of 2 meter, and one moment 2 kN meter is acting at the free end. Here it is asked to find the slope at B and deflection at B, and he has also given the values of E and I. The Young's modulus he has given 200 giganewton per meter square, and the moment of inertia I is equals to 8000 into 10 to the power minus 8 meter raised to 4. This is what given. Now, as there are two types of loads, one moment and load is there, you draw the bending moments due to different this load and this moment separately. So if you draw the bending moment due to 5 kN meter, at that time you have to forget about this 2 kN meter. Only if you draw the bending moment, there is no load at that time between C and B. Now the moment will be at here 0. Then here will be 5 into 2 into 2 by 2, that is 10 by E it comes. Of course the negative bending moment diagram. So as I told you, if you are coming from the left end, clockwise is positive. If you are coming from the right end, the anti-clockwise is positive, automatically clockwise will be negative. This moment is causing clockwise, hence it is negative. So this is also negative. So what is the bending moment diagram due to 2 kN? Now at that time 5 kN meter you should remove, only apply 2 kN meter and draw the bending moment diagram. What is the moment bending moment diagram due to 2 kN? It will become a rectangle, because moment due to moment about any point is moment itself. At B also 2 kN meter, at C also 2 kN meter, at A also 2 kN meter. Means 2 kN is uniform throughout this length, hence the diagram will be a rectangle. Again the right side, if you are coming from the right side, anti-clockwise positive but clockwise is negative, so this is also negative. Now it is 2 kN meter, so moment will be 2 divided by E. Now as there are only two figures, you have to calculate the areas of these two and the distance of CG with respect to B. If you look at here A1, this is the parabolic portion. It will be, the area of this will be 1/3 of the area of the rectangle covered by that. Means 1/3 into base, that is 2, height is 10 by EI. If you simplify that, you are going to get it as 6.67 by EI. The distance of CZ, you know that parabolic portion is between this A and C. So now here this is 3/4 of this, that is that 3/4 of 2, plus you have to add this, that is 2. So x1 bar is from the center of the CZ of this portion to B, that is nothing but here this is 3/4 of base, that is 2, plus 2, that is 3.5 meter. Now this is a rectangle, area will be this base into height, that is base is here 4 meter, height is 2, that is 2 by EI, so area will be 8 by EI. Then it is rectangle, CZ lies at the center, from the center here it is total is 4 meter, 4 by 2, that will be 2 meter. Then as usual now, by using the moment area theorem, number 1 we have to calculate the slope at B. Slope at B is nothing but it is nothing but the area of the bending moment diagram between A and B. Actually it will give theta B minus theta A, but theta A is 0, hence directly it gives you slope at B as theta B. It is nothing but area of the bending moment diagram between B and A. There are two diagrams, just you have to sum up. That is A1 plus A2. A1 is 6.67 by EI, A2 is 8 divided by EI. If you do that, if you take the sum of those two, you will get 14.67 divided by EI. So EI values are given here. So actually this, whenever you calculate A, what is the unit of A? I have told you, this is actually A means area of the M by EI diagram. So this is kilonewton meter, this is meter. Actually this is kilonewton meter square, because kilonewton, this is meter, this is kilonewton meter. Meter into kilonewton meter will be kilonewton meter square. So EI, E is in, look at this, E is 200 giganewton per meter square. If you convert into Newton, it will be 200 giga, 10 to the power 9 giganewton to, you are converting into Newton. Then, but here the loads are in kilonewton, therefore you have to convert this into Newton to kilonewton, means you have to divide by 1000. So it will be 200 into 10 to the power 9 divided by 1000. This gives you E in kilonewton per meter square. I is given already 8000 into 10 to the power minus 8 meter raised to 4. If you multiply with these E and I together, it is coming 16,000 kilonewton meter square. Now here if you divide this 14.67 divided by EI with this 16,000, you are going to get this 9.16 into 10 to the power minus 4 radians. This is the slope at the free end B. After calculating the slope at B, now let us calculate the deflection at B. You know that deflection at B is nothing but it is the second moment area theorem. The moment of M by EI diagram about the point where you are finding the deflection. So we have calculated the areas already and the distance of CC of area with respect to B, because we are finding the deflection at B. It is nothing but sigma A into x bar. Sigma A into x bar is nothing but A1 x1 bar plus A2 x2 bar. Already A1 is there, x1 bar is there, A2 is there, x2 bar is there. So if you simplify this, you are going to get here 39.33 divided by EI. It is 39.33 divided by EI. The unit of 39.33 will be now, it is kilonewton meter cube. So because here earlier when I take the slope, I said it is kilonewton meter square because only area is there. Area means base into height. Base was in meter, height was in kilonewton meter. Now it is area into one more x1 bar. This area is kilonewton meter square, but again distance is meter, so it comes kilonewton meter cube. Now if you divide this by EI, that is 39.33 divided by EI, we already calculated 16,000. So this gives in meter. So if you multiply by 1000, you are going to convert this YB, that is deflection, in mm, which comes as 2.46 mm. This is the required deflection at B. So we have already calculated slope and deflection at the free end. Now let us calculate slope and deflection at the point C. That is slope at C and deflection at C. Now when we have calculated the slope and deflection at B, we have considered the area between B and A. Because to get slope at B, you have taken the area of the M by A diagram between B and A. That is nothing but change in slope between B and A. Theta B minus theta A is 0. Now similarly, to calculate slope at C, now we have to consider the area of the M by A diagram between C and A. Because theta A is 0, so if you take the area of the M by A diagram between C and A, directly it gives you C. That means now you have to consider the area between C and A. This is the portion what you need to consider here. See, this is the, let us call it as area number 1. And now though it is for full, now you have to consider only between A and C. This is what I have hatched. Now this is number 1, and this is, now we should call this as, this area will be taking it as 2. Okay. Now this is previous case. Now what is A1 here? It is 1/3 of this rectangle form. That is 1 by 3 into 2 into 10. That is nothing but here 1 by 3 into 10. That gives you 6.67 divided. Now you have to calculate the x1 bar with respect to C, because we are calculating the deflection at C. So this is nothing but 3/4 of the base, that is 3/4 of 2, which comes 1.5 meter. Now coming to second figure, this is 2 meter, the depth is 2 by EI. So what is the area of this figure? 2 into 2 by EI, that is nothing but A2, that is 4 by EI. Now the CC of this figure, now as we are considering the only this much area, it will be lying at the center of this, because it is a rectangle. So this is your x2 bar, this is 2 by 2, that is 1. So to get the slope at C, now what you have to do? You have to take the area of the M by A diagram between C and A. Actually that is theta CA, but theta CA means theta C minus theta A. But theta A is 0, that's why it is giving you directly theta C. This is nothing but there are two areas, you have to sum up those. That is 6.67 plus 4, that will be 10.67 divided by EI. Now EI is given and you have already taken it as 16,000 kilonewton meter square. So if you 10.67 divided by 16,000 gives you 6.64 into 10 to the power minus 4 radians. Similar to get the deflection at C, now you have to take the moment of the areas between C and A about C. Means we have to calculate the distance of CC with respect to C. That means A1 into x1 bar plus this A2 into x2 bar. So already we have calculated A1 x1 bar, A2 x2 bar. So 6.67 into 1.5 plus 4 into 1 divided by the, means that will be getting it as 14 by EI. Then EI is 16,000. So 14 divided by EI, if you do, that gives you in meter, multiply by 1000, you will get the answer as 0.875 mm. This is the required slope and deflection at the one of the point, that is say C.